Wonderful. And we are live. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Sarah Harris. I'm president and CEO of the Black Business Association. We are joined here today for our second, the part two for you, young and empowered, and with our partner, Forgiving for Living, Miss Wendy Gladney. She is founder and president of Forgiving for Living, and a youth organization to empower young ladies and women. And I will now hand it over to Miss Gladney.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It's so exciting to always do a collaboration with you because I love the expertise. Now, the other thing that sometimes we forget to share with people is that you're actually also on the board of directors for Forgiving for Living. So we always appreciate your support in that way. But today we are so excited because we have one of our amazing longtime community leaders and partners within corporate America, which is Comerica Bank. So I'd like to first introduce Freddie Salguero. Freddie is our direct connect. I like that, direct connect with Comerica Bank here in Southern California. And Freddie is Vice President of External Affairs of Southern California and the Arizona markets for Comerica Bank. And Freddie, we just want to say thank you to you for caring so much about the youth and for the young people that we serve, and just for the long time association we've had with Comerica, and for introducing us to Dr. Shelton. Thank you. So, ladies, get ready. We have an amazing speaker today, and she joins us from Detroit, and she is live here with us, Dr. Lykesha Shelton. And she boasts nearly 30 years. I can't believe it. She doesn't even look like she's 30 years old. But she boasts nearly 30 years of distinguished experience in the financial services industry. She's currently serving as the Vice President and National Community Development Program Manager at Comerica Bank. Dr. Shelton leads the bank's Community Reinvestment Act, also known as CRA, initiatives across its 5-state footprint. Excuse me. Her role underscores her commitment to fostering positive community impact and advancing financial equity, which is so important. She is a proud product of the Detroit Public Schools, and Dr. Shelton's dedication to empowering others extends beyond her professional life. As the owner of Elevated Keys, a personal development coaching business, she provides tailored one-on-one coaching services specifically designed for women. We love that. Her passion for mentoring, coaching, and uplifting individuals is a driving force in her career and personal endeavors. Dr. Shelton earned her PhD in Industrial Organizational Psychology from Walden University. Her extensive experience and deep-rooted commitment to making a difference reflect her lifelong mission to support and inspire those around her. Dr. Shelton enjoys volunteering, mentoring, and working with the community. She is a current board member of Fearless Transformations and Cody Road, Community Action Alliance. And in her free time, if she has any, she enjoys spending quality time with her 2 young children, as well as with family and friends. Let's welcome Dr. Shelton. Thank you, Dr. Shelton. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you to Ms. Harris and to Ms. Gladney and to Freddie for giving me the opportunity to speak to everyone today about a topic that is so dear and personal to my heart. My name is Dr. Lykesha Shelton. I'm truly excited and honored to talk to you today about financial education and career progression. So during this session, I will touch on various aspects relating to banking. I'll talk about financial management tools, as well as explore career options in the banking industry and financial services industry. So by the end of this session today, my goal is to provide you with the basic foundation of money management concepts. Understanding these financial concepts will help you make informed and responsible decisions about your money. All righty. So on the agenda today, it's pretty full. We're going to try to make sure that we get through it and leave enough time for questions. So if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to place those questions in the chat. If you have a pen and paper. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, so if you have a pen and paper, make sure that you take notes. So hopefully we'll be able to provide you with some useful tools and resources that you can use after this session. Okay. So you may be asking, what is financial literacy, or what is financial education, and why is it important to me, or why should it matter to me? So before we get started, I just wanted to take a couple of seconds to talk to you about why financial literacy is important to me. During my high school experience and some of my college experience, unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to learn about basic banking concepts. I didn't get the opportunity to learn about credit and saving for your future and investing and things of those natures. So as I got older and started making my own financial decisions, such as renting my first apartment or purchasing my first vehicle, I learned things the hard way. Unfortunately, I found myself in a lot of credit card debt, and I had to figure out the best plan to take forward to minimize those debts so that I could prepare myself to save. I did have a financial goal to purchase my first home, so that was one of the first goals that I set for myself. So as I started in banking, I made it my mission to make sure that I go back to different schools in my community and talk to teens and adults about the importance of learning about banking and also learning about different financial management concepts. The benefit of learning about these financial aspects not only empower you and empower others, it facilitates a journey and a roadmap for you to become financially free. So I wanted to take just a second to talk to you about the roles that banks play in our economy. So banks are financial institutions. So whether it's a traditional bank or a credit union, banks help facilitate the movement of money throughout the United States and throughout the world. Banks actually help entrepreneurs by helping them to start a business. And that's definitely beneficial if you are looking to become a business owner, because you would have the opportunity to create jobs. And that helps to facilitate economic development in our communities. And not only this, banks help with wealth management. So as you start in your careers and you start saving money, banks can help offer different products and services to help your money grow. So you may be wondering, what does this matter to me? If I'm a teenager or if I'm in college, what can a bank do for me today? So if you are working, if you have a part-time job, or if you find that you're getting money as a gift or for your birthday, I'm encouraging you to open an account at a bank. So the bank will help you manage your money by providing different tools and products and services so that you can pay your bills, so that you can pay others, and so that you can save for your future. So if you have your first bank account, such as a checking and savings, why don't you go ahead and put that in the chat box? Specific products that banks offer are your basic checking and savings accounts, high yield money markets. Banks also offer loans and credit cards. They can help you become a homeowner by offering home loans. They can facilitate wealth planning strategies by offering financial investment solutions. And again, banks can help you start a business. So definitely, I encourage you to visit your local bank or your local credit union and sit down and talk to a banker and learn about different options where you can start participating in your financial journey. So now we've talked a little bit about what banks do. Why is it important for you to learn about financial education? I wanted to talk to you about the importance of establishing a financial relationship. So a financial relationship can be established in the form of a parent, a close family member or friend, or a financial mentor. And the role of a financial relationship will help you in identifying and setting financial goals for yourself. Particularly in a banking setting, there are many benefits from establishing a relationship with the banker or trusted advisor. So whether it's your teller at your local bank or credit union, whether it's the banking center manager, I encourage you to go into those banking centers, sit down with them and ask questions about helping you establish a roadmap for success. Another benefit of establishing a financial relationship with your banker is that they can offer tailored advice customized to fit you based on where you are in life. So in many times throughout life, there's often events that occur that can have a financial impact. So for an example, when you graduate high school and attend college, you have to make a financial decision on how you're going to pay for your college and related college expenses. As you graduate college and you're entering your career, then you might decide to determine, should I start saving for my retirement and what options are available to me based on that? So banks are beneficial in helping to facilitate your learning and your growth as your needs change over time. And most importantly, it's important to understand not only how to manage your money, but how to grow your money. So banks facilitate a safe and sound place for you to help grow your money as well. All righty. So when we think about achieving goals and developing positive money management habits, one of the first things that you should do is to identify a clear and focused plan that you're aiming to reach. A well-defined written plan based on specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound action steps can help facilitate you in your journey in reaching that goal. So for an example, you can set a goal to save $6,000 by August 1st of this year. So that's a specific goal, and you can allocate $1,000 a month from your paycheck or other resources to help save for a car, for an example. So actually establishing SMART goals, particularly as it relates to your finances, is very beneficial in helping you achieve financial freedom. Another important aspect in developing positive money habits is to leverage a monthly budget. So a budget is a written plan on how much money you will spend each month. And creating this budget and adhering to this budget is going to be critical in managing your cash. And we'll talk a little bit more about the different aspects of a budget a couple of slides down. Saving strategies are also very important. And that's one of the things that I struggled with as a young adult. So saving strategies and putting money away for a rainy day or as an emergency fund can help you prepare better for the future. And once you feel as though you have a good handle on this, then you want to explore other options with your savings and learn about different ways that you can help your money grow. All right, so we're going to go to the next slide. So in developing money habits based on setting a SMART goal, creating a budget, and learning how to save via a saving strategy, this can be a very challenging thing for many. However, implementing various saving strategies can not only help you prepare for a rainy day, but it can help your money grow and become available for future expenses. So let's talk a little bit about avoiding financial pitfalls. So financial pitfalls basically can appear from different ways as it relates to how you're managing your money every month. And being aware of overspending, for an example, and learning about different habits as it relates to interest that you pay. And again, the importance of savings are just 3 ways that you can leverage your opportunities to avoid financial pitfalls. 42% of Americans don't actually save. So this tells me that there's still a need for anyone at any age to learn about the basic elements of banking and finance. A lack of savings can lead to financial instability, particularly as things happen again in our life. So in this next slide, I wanted to talk about the 5 elements of a budget. So a budget will enable you to figure out how much money you have coming in and how much money you have going out. So number 1, the income will be listed, and the income can come from your employer. It can come from, again, if you have a side hustle or a side business, or if you're getting money from as gifts and things like that from your family members and friends. Next, you should itemize your fixed expenses, and those are payments that you make to your bills each month. So an example, if you have a car payment, if you're paying rent or mortgage and utilities, cell phone payments, and things of that nature. So you want to make sure that you're itemizing all of your monthly fixed payments. So debt can fall into fixed expenses as well, such as credit card payments, but also you want to factor in any student loan payments and other debt that you may have. Unplanned expenses is the most challenging category, I think, because a lot of times unplanned expenses deals with the things that we want versus the things that we need. So a lot of times we make decisions with our buying power, and we decide to purchase things that we may not necessarily need, and that can impact your monthly income. I always encourage my clients when I'm working with them is to pay yourself first. So typically you want to set aside at least 20% of your income each month for a savings, for a rainy day, an emergency savings. Okay, so now we're going to talk about credit. There's a lot of things to talk about as it relates to credit, and credit is not inherently a bad thing to have. It just really depends on how you manage your credit. So credit will enable you to borrow money from a financial institution or a lender to pay for goods and services that you may want or you may need. So wants versus needs. However, improper credit management and lacking the essential skills and knowledge about how to use your credit can impact your financial situation each month. So mismanaging your credit can have an impact on your financial future. Overextending yourself with credit card balances that you're not paying off every month. Paying too much interest on high interest rate loans. And really just having too many credit accounts that can definitely be a negative impact on your finances. So it looks like there's a question. You want to go back to the other slide.
Not sure what the question is regarding this slide, but maybe wanted to just see a glance to get more information from it.
Okay.
So maybe just give them a second to either take a snapshot or figure out, pose it. If there's another question regarding it, I'll let you know.
Okay. So this presentation will be made available to you after this session today. So there are several ways that you can build good credit, particularly as a young adult. Oftentimes we're asked, how can you establish credit? Many banks and or credit unions offer young adults the opportunity to establish your credit via a secure credit card. So that's an option that you can leverage, and you can get more information at your local bank. There's definitely benefits in establishing credit because it allows for you to take advantage of opportunities as it relates to buying or leasing cars, renting apartments or homes. A lot of landlords do require credit checks now, so you want to make sure that you start your credit off and pay your bills on time, as this definitely can impact your financial success as you advance throughout life. We talked a little bit about maintaining low credit card balances. Usually there's a ratio applied to credit cards and ensuring that you're keeping your balances at least 30% or lower as it relates to your usage. So a good habit to develop is that if you decide to use credit for whatever reason, just make sure you're paying those balances off every month. Another important aspect as it relates to credit is to monitor your credit. Regularly monitoring your credit gives you the opportunity to see if there's anything that has been reported on your credit that wasn't authorized. A lot of times there's fraud transactions. You'll be able to dispute transactions that you did not authorize as it relates to applying for credit. Or a lot of times there's medical bills that are placed on your credit that can negatively impact your credit. There are options for you to get your free credit report annually at no charge. And there's other services that are provided to you, which enables you to have access to all three of your credit reports, as well as your credit scores. So knowing where you stand before you're making those financial decisions, such as applying for an auto loan or applying for another credit card or things of that nature, understanding what your credit score is prior to actually applying for a loan gives you power, and it gives you a leverage as compared to simply going out and applying for different loans. Building a good credit history is definitely essential as it relates to having access to financial opportunities. So whether you decide to start a business, quite often it's the case that they will pull your personal credit history to make that decision on applying for a business loan. So in this slide, I wanted to talk a little bit about what financial freedom looks like. So we could take a second to ask the audience, what does financial freedom look like to you? And this may be different for everyone. This financial freedom looks like having $1 million in a savings account, having no debt at all, owning your home and the property is free and clear, meaning you don't have a mortgage on it. Does financial freedom look like starting a business and creating jobs? All right, so I do see some, okay. So there are three things that can help you create a financially free life. And again, we can't stress enough the importance of starting to save early. So as you start your journey throughout life, saving money and putting money away on the side, particularly in a high yield money market or in an account that can earn you a higher interest rate, is beneficial for you. Invest wisely. A lot of young adults are often interested in learning about different ways that they can invest their money through several options such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and things of that nature. I always encourage you to talk to a licensed financial representative in which you would be able to find those types of individuals at your local bank and or credit union. And also there's a lot of tools and information that you can learn online to better put yourself in a position to have a better understanding of the types of investment vehicles that you could possibly benefit from.
Hi, Dr. Shelton.
Yes.
Sorry, I think I think there's a little bit of delay, but someone was responding to your question about, I guess, the use of the question that you had posed. And someone said owning a car, having emergency funds, funeral paid for, and no debt.
Yeah, financial freedom. Yeah.
What that looks like. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Definitely. So now let's talk a little bit about technology and banking and how this may impact you. So with the advancements of technology, it's important for you to learn and understand how this can impact your banking relationship and your ability to manage money. So banks offer multiple ways for you to access your accounts, so either online or through a mobile banking app. These types of services were created to make your banking very convenient. So, however, there are scammers who are always looking to take advantage of others. And a lot of times with technology, you have your banking account information out there for the scammers to leverage. So whether you use mobile banking apps such as Venmo or Cash App, whether you have a traditional banking account or a non-traditional banking account, it's important for you to understand how phishing and other types of fraud can impact your finances. So for an example, you may receive an email or a text message encouraging you to click on a link. And a lot of times those communications can seem very valid. It may even include your actual bank logo and a lot of verbiage that may appear to be real. Do not click on unsolicited text messages or emails. I encourage you to reach out to your bank directly, hence why it's important to go into your local bank and talk to your banker. So actually call your bank to inquire on any type of unsolicited emails or communications that you receive. Even with PayPal, they send emails encouraging you to apply for different things. And this is how your account information is exposed and your accounts can be compromised. Another aspect to consider is to never provide your personal account information, your PIN numbers, or your passwords to anyone. Even a bank representative shouldn't know what your PIN number is or your password. Use caution when you are applying for debt, leveraging your social security number and things of that nature, because there's opportunities for your credit to be taken over, your identity to be taken over. But the benefit of having a banking relationship is that most banks offer different tools and services which actually give you access to your credit reports online through your banking services. You can enroll in different credit alerts and monitoring services that can help you manage your account and prevent fraud. So if you have checking and savings accounts now, I would suggest that you log into your mobile banking app or your online banking app and actually set up alerts to help manage your account. These alerts can let you know what your balances are to prevent overdrafts, which can become very costly. You can also set alerts on your credit cards and your debit cards to manage your spend habits and behaviors. So those are just a couple of tools that you can leverage to protect yourself as it relates to your banking and your accounts. So let's talk about careers in banking and careers in finance and money management. How do you think your personal credit history can impact your ability to obtain a career in some of the banking and finance jobs? Do we have any feedback in the chat?
Not at the moment, but I would imagine these days it highly affects, has an impact on your ability. It's always important to safeguard your credit. People, someone says people might not trust you. So yeah, um, there's that.
Yeah, so actually, if you're interested in taking on a career in banking and some financial services industries, they do pull a background check as well as a credit check. So if you were developing poor money management habits as a young adult and you graduate college with your degree and you think you're going to get that job in finance or in investing, having negative credit history and poor credit can definitely impact your ability to obtain some careers in banking. But one of the great things about the banking industry is that it provides a wide range of career options and career paths for you. Most often, to get a career in banking, they like for you to have a finance or an accounting degree. However, there's jobs where you might not necessarily work directly in finance or accounting, and you may work with people. You may work in human resources or fraud and compliance. With the advancement in technology and AI, definitely there's always going to be jobs that are based around technology, regulatory careers, data analyst roles, and many more. Some soft skills that will be beneficial to you to leverage as it relates to working in banking is definitely people skills. Having the ability to develop positive relationships with others, communication, and problem-solving skills are important. If you decide that you are not looking to work for other people and you want to take advantage of owning your own business and starting your business, you'll find that you still are going to need some of these skills. So whether they are the hard skills, such as your technical degrees, your accounting or finance degrees, or whether they're soft skills, you are your business and you will be representing your business. So you would definitely want to make sure that you are leveraging all of your skill set. What time is it? Like we're making good with time. I can stop here for a second to open it up for questions. I know that we discussed a lot as it relates to banking.
Go ahead, Wendy.
Okay, I was going to say, because I'm also monitoring the Forgiving for Living live page on social media, so I can see some of the things that the young ladies are asking or are referring to that can't get through or something. But one of the participants says 20% seems to be a lot to try to save when you're first getting started. What do you recommend if that does not fit into my budget?
So I think just like with life, everyone's situation may be a little bit different. And if you're working and you're collecting a paycheck, even if it's $5 or $10 or $20. So again, 20% may be a lot depending on your situation, but it's important for you to develop the habit of saving. So any amount set away in a savings account that you don't necessarily have access to, is not linked to your debit card, you really can't use it, that will be beneficial in developing that savings habit and actually building a savings funds for an emergency or a rainy day.
I was thinking, just in line with what you're saying, also, I think part of it is being consistent. You know,
Yes.
whatever you can do, start to be consistent on a regular basis every month. And then another question that I saw was, how do you train yourself for delayed gratification in order to start saving for the big things later?
Great question.
If I had a magic wand, I would just tap myself on the head and train myself. But that is a good question, and it's a very difficult thing to do. It takes a lot of discipline, and that's why it's important for you guys to learn money habits at a younger age, so that you can start setting the path forward by developing these habits. There's different systems that you can use as it relates to like the envelope system to save money.
Mhm.
You can keep your savings account separate from your checking account. So maybe having your savings account at another bank as compared to having it there with your checking account. But again, I think it's your discipline, your self-discipline is really going to be the biggest determining factor. And also revisit your financial mentors. Talk to your mentors in school and ask people who are successful with savings what type of tips that they can provide to you.
That's a really good point. One of the things that I've learned through the years is that I always make sure that I have a little petty cash for myself of certain things I may want to do that makes it easier for me to put more money away for the future. So I don't try to deprive myself of everything because that's kind of like how you fall off the wagon of not being consistent with savings. So allow yourself a certain, I guess I would say, budget for something that you may want now, but keep in mind, even if it's a vision board or something like what you want later. I mean, that's one of the things that I've done that's kind of worked for me.
Yeah. I think with changes over time for the younger generation, it may be a little bit more difficult to save just with a regular 9-to-5 job. So you have to explore other opportunities for you to make money on the side. So whether you're making t-shirts or you could do hair, you can sell or cook or things of that nature, you want to start looking at different ways that you can increase your income.
Excellent. Excellent. Sarah, do you see any questions on your end?
I do have one. I can put, let's see. How can individuals leverage their relationships with bankers to improve their financial health and achieve long-term financial goals?
So I am a proponent of interpersonal communication. I'm very traditional in my thought process as it relates to building relationship with other people. So again, I would suggest identifying a local bank or credit union in your community, a traditional brick and mortar where you can go in and talk to someone face to face. So one of the things that you can do is take ownership in your financial future by maybe establishing 3 financial goals that you would like to reach. Make an appointment with your banker, go in, ask them questions about how different services and accounts work. They're very skilled on providing solutions and connecting you with different resources and tools to help with your money management decisions and to help you achieve your financial goal. So again, really just building a team of people that you can ask questions to and just bouncing ideas off of one another, speaking up when there's financial presentations such as these. Don't be afraid because everyone doesn't know everything.
Certainly. And being proactive, like, go ahead and seek out and establish those relationships because you'll find that they will tend to look out for you more in terms of getting to know you and understand you and pull your coattails on something or inform you, educate you in certain ways. So being proactive about it, I find, is what you really need to do. Go ahead, Wendy.
So also one of the young ladies is saying that she wants to know, should she open an account with a traditional bank or would it be better with a credit union? Now, of course, we're like supporting Comerica Bank here as a traditional bank, but it is a question that I see it's up on the screen now too. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the primary difference between a bank and a credit union is that a bank is for profit and a credit union is nonprofit and it's owned by its members. So at a credit union, you would be considered a member, and at a traditional bank, you will be considered a customer. So if you think about if you decide to start a business and you are for profit, one of the first things you want to do is to be able to make a profit. So a lot of times in a traditional bank, there may be additional fees associated with various things or higher fees. For an example, an official check or a cashier's check. The cost of that may be a little bit higher at a traditional bank as compared to a credit union where you're a member. But this is where I would encourage you to do some research. Look at the banks and the credit unions in your area and look at how they're performing. What type of services are they offering? Do they give back to their communities? Are they accessible? What kind of programs do they offer as it relates to, are they out in the community conducting financial education programs? Think about, if I wanted to start a business, do they offer business loans to me? Do they offer insurance and investment vehicles? So your decision in determining which bank or credit union is a personal decision, but you want to make sure that they are able to help you as your life changes and as your needs change.
All right. Okay. Wonderful. So I don't see any particular questions, additional ones. We can go back to the presentation, and then any other come up, we will let you know.
Alrighty. So particular keys or strategies for success. So I would say my feedback as it relates to when you're considering different career options, I would encourage you to identify what your personal values are. So your personal values are basically, they're the fundamental beliefs and principles that will guide your thoughts, your actions, and your decisions. So if you're a person who highly values honesty or integrity or compassion, responsibility, family, and loyalty, make sure that whatever you decide to do in life, so whether it's personal or if it's related to your professional, your career, make sure that your personal values align with those that you decide to engage with in your community, as well as your employer. So you want to, again, go to their website, see how they give back to their community, see what programs they support in their communities, what types of resources and information is available on the employer that you're looking for. So I just definitely think that understanding what your personal values are and knowing your strengths and your talents can help you as it relates to determining what career options you may set for yourself. Having a growth mindset and really facilitating your learning process and taking control of your own learning. So again, a lot of information that we learn as it relates to financial education is online and it's accessible online. So be proactive. Be proactive in your learning. Write questions that you can ask if you're meeting with your mentor, if you're meeting with your banker, there's questions that you can ask if you need further clarification on. So those are just some strategies for success that can help you with your career and your financial path. So we know that the influence of role models definitely can make a positive contribution to you in your professional life and your financial life, as well as your personal life. A lot of times individuals don't have access to a role model, but the benefit of social media and different platforms like Facebook and YouTube is you're likely to find someone that you value or maybe in a position that you're looking to aspire for. So being able to do your research as it relates to locating individuals that can influence you when you don't have access to formal mentors or other resources, you definitely can find that information on the internet. Networking opportunities, be open to learning and meeting new people. I know a lot of times people feel as though they're introverted, which is not a bad thing, but definitely engaging with professional networks, events, and opportunities that may be offered through your schools is one way to expand your financial freedom, learning how other people do things in life, and really giving back to the community. So as you're learning about different financial concepts, as you're making financial decisions right now in high school and in college, making sure you go back to your schools and your community and teaching the young, the students, other teens, and even adults about the things that you've learned and talk to them from your personal experience in ways that can help empower them as well. So I have a call to action. So if you're looking for something specific, some hard, smart goals that you can definitely leverage as we are concluding this presentation. I would definitely encourage you to create one personal financial goal for this year. So short term can be 6 months, long term can be 12 months. So create a goal that is smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Another opportunity for you to stretch your learning is to identify one resource. So whether it's an in-person virtual workshop outside of this one, so that you can continue your learning and your development relating to your finances. There are many courses that are offered for free online that can facilitate that. And empower yourself. Empower yourself and empower others through education. What key skills and experience are most valuable in time? So it looks like there's a question. They're asking, if you're pursuing a career in banking or finance, what key skills and experiences are most valuable in today's job market? Well, definitely any technical skills relating to the advancement with technology. So the hot topic is AI, artificial intelligence. So AI can be leveraged within any sector, any business industry. So any jobs relating to technology, IT, finance is a career field that's not going to go away, finance and accounting. So those are hard skills that you can acquire as it relates to advancing your knowledge in college. You can possibly explore getting a degree in financing or accounting or technical skills. If you're really interested in banking and looking to explore other options outside of finance and accounting, you may want to consider fraud and compliance. So banks are regulated by the federal government, so that's a highly regulated industry. So learning about different ways that you can prevent fraud, maybe by leveraging AI. How can you enhance a business or an organization by leveraging AI? And then there's personality assessment tools that are offered online for free so that you can gain an understanding of what your true skill sets are and what that may look like in an organizational setting. And you can help it can allow for you to make better decisions as you think about what career options to explore.
Go ahead, Wendy.
I saw a question come up that says, does Comerica Bank offer internships to high school or college students?
Yeah, we do offer internships. Usually they're geared towards college students who are nearing the end of their educational journey, but we do have a couple of internship programs here at Comerica Bank. You can actually visit our website and see when the programs open, what the qualifications are for those.
So is it better for them to go to the website or go into one of their local branches?
I would say go to the website first. Okay. Go to the website first because it does give you the opportunity to apply. So you can actually apply via the website. However, if you are able to visit your local bank, make an appointment and talk to a banker, be respectful of their time. And I'm sure that they wouldn't have a problem talking to you about the various careers in banking.
Very good.
Awesome. Awesome.
But-
Okay, conclusion. Okay, questions. Wonderful. Go ahead. I'll let you conclude.
I did provide a list of 20 questions that you can ask your financial advisor, your financial mentor, your local banker. So these are just some tools that I'm providing you today. So.
Awesome. We will have, yes, we will post this on the BBA website as well as Forgiving for Living so that people can revisit and replay for their information. You had mentioned about mentoring and community. And I thought it was so apropos because the Black Business Association, again, partnering with Forgiving for Living, at our Salute to Black Women Business Conference on March 29th, where Forgiving for Living will lead our Role Models for Success Youth Forum, Young Adult Forum. And it's precisely about what you're saying. It was on about seeking out role models, networking, getting information, and so that you can obtain and become the leaders of tomorrow or be today, right? So just wanted to kind of put that out there. Anybody interested in attending, that is March 29th here in Los Angeles at the Sheraton Gateway Hotel. I don't know if Ms. Gladney, you wanted to say anything about that, but
Yes.
it is an opportunity.
Yes, and I was going to say, and it is free for the first 50 young women that are coming, but they do have to RSVP. And part of the way we're willing and able to do this is because we do have the support of sponsors like Comerica Bank, who gives us the opportunity to provide the services that we have for free to all of the young ladies that will be coming. So that will be March 29th. They can contact me, Wendy at forgivingforliving.org, to learn more. And it's exactly on point with what Dr. Shelton is saying about seeking mentors and seeking, networking within the community. So it all goes full circle with exactly what you're talking about.
Wonderful. So as you're saying that, I'm putting up the information there for forgivingforliving.org or Wendy at forgivingforliving.org. But before we go on and with our closing, wanted to give Dr. Shelton any final remarks that you may have for us today. This has been an amazing, a wonderful presentation, good information, and I hope that people are really, absorbing it.
Thank you.
Any final remarks, Dr. Shelton?
We can probably take down the presentation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go.
No, I would just encourage everyone to really feel empowered and take ownership of their lives by connecting with others, learning what they need to learn to grow and elevate in life. And don't be so hard on yourself if you don't get it right the first time, because you'll get another chance to do it again. So.
Excellent. Excellent. Ms. Gladney, any closing remarks for you?
Yes, I just again want to thank you, Dr. Shelton, for taking out time in your day. I also want to thank our partner, Freddie Salguero, for making sure that we connected with you, because one of the things is we love having the participation of everyone, but it's wonderful when our young ladies can see people that look like them, that have done well, that can encourage them that whatever they want to do in life is possible, that they can not only succeed financially, but also academically. So we applaud you for all the hard work you've done and that you've put in, and that you're a role model for us and for our young ladies. So we say thank you so much. And Sarah, thank you so much, Ms. Harris, for always just being our partner as well, and for making sure that we can have accessibility to, after today's session, that it can still live on, where young people and anyone can access it and look at it again. So thank you so much.
Exactly. Thank you. And of course, at the Black Business Association, and as well as myself as board chair for Forgiving for Living, we do want to always encourage and empower young people, especially young women, to thrive and succeed, be it you have a professional career, but also too with the Black Business Association, if you have entrepreneurial aspirations. And again, one of the ways that we are connecting once again is at our Salute to Black Women Conference on March 29th. So we encourage you to continue to seek us out. The BBA, you can join the BBA or visit us for more information at bbala.org. Again, that's bbala.org. And I'll remind you on Forgiving for Living, forgivingforliving.org, And contact Wendy at wendy@forgivingforliving.org. And finally, if you want to reach out to Dr. Shelton, there's her LinkedIn address. Of course, you could just search her on LinkedIn to be able to reach out and connect with her. And we want to really, truly thank Comerica for joining us today as a partner.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful. All right, everybody, I want to give you back the rest of your day and thank you for joining us. And we'll see you at our next presentation very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Shelton.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye, everyone.